And people don't want to do that. But also, the other reason I think is because Jesus doesn't promise to magically fix our problems. He doesn't promise them, and he doesn't promise us to make life easy. In fact, he does the opposite. He invites us into a life where we are willing to suffer for God's glory. And the only difference is that our suffering is given this deeper meaning, because to suffer as a Christian, it means to suffer for God's glory. That's why it's hard to follow Jesus. That's why Jesus is a stumbling block. But that's why Jesus is able to promise us something better. Because he doesn't say that in the here and now things are going to be all peaches and cream, but it's on the last day when he raises us up. And so the question is, how do we get through the unfixed problems? How do we get through the problems of the here and now, if that's not what Jesus promises to fix? And I think the answer comes at the very end of this story. It says in verse 66, "As a result of this, many of his disciples withdrew and were not walking with him anymore. So Jesus said to the 12, 'You don't want to go away also, do you?' But Simon Peter answered him, 'Lord, to whom should we go? You have the words of eternal life.'" How do we get through the problems of today if the promise that God makes isn't to make today's problems go away? How do we get through today's issues? And I think the Apostle Peter has the answers. Where would we go? Who would we turn to? You have the words of eternal life. How do we get through the unfixed problems? We listen to the words of the one who has the words of eternal life. We listen to Jesus. We listen to the one who has words that can give us a lasting hope, and the promise that reassures us of life. We fixate on his words. Like children listening to their parents and adapting to the situation because they know what their parent says is enough. We listen to Jesus' words, and we allow that to shape and transform our mindset in the current problems. And we allow Jesus' words to provide us with hope. And so that's the encouragement. Listen to the words. Listen to who you're going to listen to, whether that's people on Facebook or the president or the CDC or the scientists or the doctors. And if that provides you with a little bit of help in the current circumstances, good. Acknowledge their voices, but really cling and fixate to the voice of the one who has the words of life. Blessings.